Hey, it's Mike. Welcome to the channel. This video's purpose is to share my experience with you learning how to fly manual mode FPV with the DJI Avata and the DJI Virtual Flight app only. I have some drone experience as I own the DJI FPV and the Air 2S. I have only flown the DJI FPV using the motion controller and never in manual mode. I have some aviation experience as I was a flight instructor for fixed wing and also a helicopter pilot. The simulator videos are all about basic maneuvers to give you a solid foundation to proceed forward. I spent about 20 to 25 hours in the simulator, so let's move on to those videos now. If you don't care about the training videos and you want to just see my first flight, skip to the following position in my video. The first maneuver is yaw spins. Go up to a reasonable altitude where you're not going to crash. Now use your sticks to apply pitch, roll, yaw, and throttle to the right and then to the left. Try to maintain a consistent altitude and a level horizon while you're doing these maneuvers. Varying your stick pressures will make you go faster or slower. Keep practicing this maneuver until you can smoothly keep the horizon level without wobbling. Once you've mastered this, we can move on to the next maneuver. The next maneuver is straight and level flight with a constant height above the ground. Simply find yourself a nice straight section of road or grass and drive down it, maintaining height, position, and airspeed as best you can. When I was a flight instructor, straight and level flight was one of the first skills we taught to our students. Do a nice coordinated turn and go back to your starting point. Do this as many times as you need to maintain good control. Awesome. Now that you've got this mastered, we can move on to the next maneuver. Find a stretch of road with street lights or signs, fly down it, and jump over each obstacle using throttle and return to the original height you were at. Now we can move on to the next maneuver. For this maneuver, we're just going to find a road with some twists and turns. Try to maintain center line of the road, your airspeed, and your altitude throughout the maneuver. Nice and smooth. Here comes the next maneuver. Now for coordinated turns. Find a few trees. You can use 2 or 3. You can do it far apart or close together. Try and maintain a constant height during the maneuver. Note that I have my gimbal set at 10 degrees for higher speed. Okay, that was fun. Here comes the next maneuver. Okay, this maneuver uses the arches that are present in the simulation. It's somewhat confined, so you have to maintain altitude and heading, or else you'll bump into one of them. Have fun. It took me a while to learn this. Okay, next. Okay, now for hovering. find a couple of trees and look at the two trees in alignment, but try not to look at the foreground. Look at the horizon. I had to learn this when I flew helicopters, and this was the trick. Don't be frustrated. It'll take a while to learn this. Also keep in mind that there is no wind in the simulator, and wind does affect you in reality. Okay, next. Okay, now we're going to ramp up the difficulty a bit. This is approach to a hover. We're going to have slowly decreasing airspeed and altitude to bring it into a smooth hover at a specific point that we've chosen ahead of time. Okay, ready for something harder? Here we go. Okay, another approach to a hover, this time into a confined space with obstacles. Don't hit the tree, don't hit the wall, don't hit the car. There's no wind here, you have to account for that as well. Very fun and challenging, but when you figure it out, it's awesome. Next. Okay, same idea here. Approach to a solid hover, but this time don't hit the cube. I'm a little shallow here, but that's okay. Now we're going to go faster and steeper. Have fun. You're really going to like this next drill. Now for the cubes. You can have a lot of fun with these. Just stay within the vicinity and try and make coordinated turns, swooping back through each opening in succession. These are great for developing control of all of your different axes and throttle, and you can spend hours messing with this. I need to practice more as I'm just a little bit sloppy here. Can be a lot of fun. Next. Now find a tunnel or tube. You're constrained on all sides here. Be slow and controlled initially, and you can ramp it up to faster as you learn. Okay, how about we do a dive culminating in a pass-through of one of the cubes. You have to have good control of everything to do this. Okay, find a tree or building to orbit around. I'm not great at this to the left. I'm only showing you my orbit to the right, and it's not perfect. But it is a challenge to say the least. Lastly, a crash avoidance maneuver. Power towards an object. Make an immediate turn, trying to get the bottom of the drone towards the object and power out. Obviously, you have a panic button on DJI drones, but it's a good idea to learn this anyway. You really don't need to learn flips, rolls, and power loops before your first flight, but I've been practicing them anyway. I'm not great at any of them. I've nailed a few, which are shown here, but most of them don't end up well. I would question if these should even be done with the Avata, since it's a Cinewhoop and its stability issues, but here they are. Thanks for watching the maneuvers. I hope that you guys find them useful and entertaining. Obviously, there are a gazillion different training systems and maneuvers, but this is what I used, and hopefully it will provide adequate stability in my first flight. Special thanks to Rotor Riot, Mr. Camps / Drone Camps, OriginaldoBo, and TheTomJon, all of whom provided very instructional, educational videos for me to learn this process. I'll leave links in the description for some of their videos. Up next is my first manual mode flight. Hope I'm ready. Wish me luck. Thanks. I'll take off in normal mode. And there we go. Feels pretty good. Much more responsive than the simulator, and actually easier to fly, in my opinion. Get a little altitude, look around, and go back this way. Wow, really fun. Let's go have a look down here. A couple of my friends are working on the range. They know that I'm flying in the vicinity, so they're not going to be freaked out. Kind of low, feeling good. Got a little speed going here. Look for a gap. Not yet. Just getting the feel for it, and it feels great. The wind is from my 5 o'clock position here, now from my 11 o'clock position. That's about 10 knots. A little windy. Definitely feeling it pushing me in that direction. Go for the gap. Oop! Hit the branch just a little bit. Kept flying. Let's try it again, no fear. Okay, let's go a little slower down this way and get a little lower. Getting lower, getting more confident. After about 8 hours in the sim, it all started to make sense. All right, back to normal mode, and we're going to land now. Just an awesome first flight, and I didn't crash. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I appreciate any comments. Thanks.